we talked at the last meeting about asking you to continue to do work on this, and we've received some emails from people, we've been in dialogue with the residents. I just wanted to express my point of view about some of the comments which I actually found convincing, and as I thought about it, I thought of our traffic and pedestrian safety summit and the conversations we were having there, and I'm actually going to be reporting on that later. We were talking about putting that, it's pretty far from the building, so I personally don't think it's going to take away from the building, so I would, I think that's my opinion, it doesn't do that, but I am concerned after talking with some of our professionals here, that bend there in Valley that comes from Oakland and comes over by Park, putting an electronic sign there, I think, would contribute to driver distraction. There's enough things out there already. There's people in the park. Sure. We have people, we have a pretty severe problem of jaywalking there already, where people cross there mid-block from either people going to play basketball, tennis, commuters. Commuters park on Park and just walk across there. So I'm thinking that that is not what we ought to do, is put a permanent sign there that would either lead to some site visibility and or people reading the sign as opposed to reading the road. So I would be in favor of utilizing these dollars that we put in the capital budget to get another emergency sign. I think that I know that we've used the one we have. I think we could use it a lot more. I don't think that we have a good plan on how to use it. I've seen in other towns, they use those emergency signs for pedestrian crossing awareness. And that is where you want to distract the driver at the beginning of, say, Springfield Avenue, let them know that there are crossings ahead. I think we could utilize that sign at the train station when we have captive audiences either coming in the morning and so I'd be in favor of ditching the plan for the permanent sign and going for getting another trailer sign. I don't know what size. I don't think we have to spend all the money, but whatever money we might have is to maybe you come back to us with what an appropriate sign would be. I know the one we have is a pretty big one. Maybe we need another big one. I also just want to say that some people have said to us that, in this day and age of cell phones and that, people can get their information this way and we don't need to use those signs. And I just want to remind everyone that when Sandy happened, and we did a, post-Sandy reflection of how we responded and how we got information across. One of the things that I think Mr. Brownlee that came up even in the MCAP meetings was having some designated spaces for bulletin boards. People talked about paper bulletin boards. People talked about electronic signs. So I think that there are a lot of ways that we're finding that people get information in town.